Hello and welcome, I guess, to this. My name's Bobby Griffin. I'm joined with my good friend, Jan-Niklas Pott in Germany. We are para-badminton players. We're in our homes. Mine's in the UK, in the north of England, in South Yorkshire. I'll let Jan introduce himself in a second. He's over in Germany. And we're stuck at home during this coronavirus outbreak with a big change to our lives, I guess. We had the Paralympics ahead of us in a few months' time. Qualification had just about finished, and suddenly the world's on lockdown. We're struggling for badminton to entertain us right now. I think that's fair to say, Jan, and we thought it's about time that we got off our asses and put together some kind of podcast to give a few of the badminton fans and some of our friends around the world something to listen to, especially in this time of medical pandemic. I help Team GB out in the para badminton world, and Jan is one of the best mixed doubles players right now in the world in para badminton. Was looking forward to the Olympics. Is that about right, Jan?
Yeah, pretty much. We just finished our qualification, basically. We got the 4th place, which is the last place that qualifies in our category. And now we have to wait another year. It's a bit weird, but one more year means one more year of training, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. So just put this whole thing into context. Me and Jan have been competitors, but also great friends for many years. The guy's German. I mean, my friend here, Jan, is German, but he's the funniest guy I think I've ever met. I want people to know that. We've been talking about doing this podcast for ages, and we finally have an opportunity, I think, to get it off the ground now that we're everyone's stuck at home. Jan, you mentioned that the delay in the Paralympics. I mean, what's that going to mean for you? I mean, what's your life like right now at home? I mean, are you in your family home? Are you still at the training center or what?
I'm still at the training center right now, and just trying to keep the training going as best as I can without a badminton court, I guess. It's a lot of stability work, fitness kit training, stuff like this. And yeah, it's a bit weird not playing badminton at the moment. And really hope this whole thing is over soon. So we can go back to playing tournaments and playing badminton in general. It's if you do this full time, it's really weird to just have it ripped away from you with an instant.
Yeah. I mean, such a huge part of our lives, right? I mean, I haven't been competing so much lately, but I'll still do a bit of coaching and sparring work with the team and travel where I can to the para tournaments. Some of the people listening might know me as a writer for Badminton Europe and a commentator for the BWF as well, but that's infrequent compared to the amount of training we do as part of Team GB's Paralympic hopefuls. Me and my good friends here working so hard week in, week out. We were meant to be in Spain, right, 2 weeks ago, competing for the final qualification event, and then I don't know about your plan, Jan, but we had planned to have 2 weeks off as a break, the first sort of real holiday we've had for 18 months, 2 years. We're supposed to be enjoying that holiday, and now it's an extended holiday, really. So, it's a really weird time.
It's a forced holiday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, physically at home. I mean, I'm my housemate Kristen Coombs, who's Team GB as well. He took that holiday, went to see his family in Portugal, and he's just got back. But he's putting himself into self-isolation with his girlfriend Alex. They're over in Manchester. So I've been stuck here literally on my own at home. My house has never been tidier, and I can tell you that. I've been gardening, something I don't do very often, sorting out brambles. All of my admin is done. My to-do list is so small. I feel a bit lost, mate. I don't know about you, but...
And I guess it's just the beginning. Probably it's. I don't think it's going to be over soon. The whole isolation thing, social distancing.
Yeah.
So you better put some more stuff on your to-do list, Bobby.
Yeah, I know.
There's plenty more time.
Well, do you know, I mean, part of my role with the guys at Team GB, our head coach Richard Morris, and the whole team, we've been very much in touch, and we were supposed to get back to training next week, right? So I think the plan is for us to have some kind of home training system, some kind of schedule. We're all going to be meeting up online, whether it's FaceTime, group chat, whatever. We're getting bikes out, foam rollers, gym equipment, weights, and we're going to have some kind of structure to our day, because we need some kind of structure, right? I mean, I'm going crazy here. I was dusting yesterday, man. I haven't dusted for years. I can't remember the last time I dusted the house, but yeah. So I mean, are you staying there? Are you staying at the training center? You're not going to go? You can't visit your family, or what?
I can, I guess, but I kind of still want to stay here. Just we also have like a Skype training every day.
Okay.
So we do that, and yeah, I'm just trying. Still here, I can still meet with my coach, I guess, sometimes, and just go outside, do some footwork, do whatever, just stay fit as much as possible. Yeah, it's crazy times.
Yeah, I'm on the verge of breaking some of my furniture. I'm using sort of tables, and I've got this Ottoman chest thing at the bottom of my bed. I'm using it to do box jumps on the other day, and I think I cracked it. It's not the ideal situation, so I need to refine some of these exercises, I think. And yeah, I don't know, but the bike's a godsend. The bike is on the turbo trainer, so at least that's something. I've got something to do. But,
yeah, same. I live here with like 11 other Olympic hopefuls, and we built a little gym in our kitchen. We have a bike. We have a rowing machine, all that good stuff, so keeps you occupied, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So the Paralympics then, I mean, from what I can tell, it's postponed for, well, maximum next summer, right? So
yeah, that's what I said.
But
yeah.
Yeah, from what I can gather, it seems so sort of loosely termed at the moment. I don't know what that means for more qualifying tournaments, if they're going to have any. I don't know what that means for some kind of athletes' village at the Olympics and the Paralympics. It sounds like there might not be one. And I'm not even sure everything will happen at the same time. From what I gathered from somebody's speculations, it might be that, you know, the badminton tournament will take place in, say, next February, and the, I don't know, rowing Olympics will take place next July. Do you know what I mean? It could be.
Yeah.
It's going to be the weirdest Olympics and Paralympics we've ever seen.
Yeah, that's really true, and it's like it would be good to have like certainty, but I guess nobody has certainty right now. But yeah, it feels kind of strange if there would be no village and everything would be at a different time. It just would be another tournament. You know what I mean?
I know, but it sucks. You know, I mean.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right.
Part of the excitement of competing is seeing your friends and colleagues and competitors, rivals, all in the same place. The challenges, I mean, it's so much fun over the years. So, you know, that's why athletes, I think, a lot of the time enjoy it. I've got friends that still play that aren't necessarily at the elite level that go to tournaments just because of the buzz, the atmosphere. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, if there's no Olympic village, it would really like be crushing for everyone, I guess. Especially for us, it's our first Paralympics, and to have it like ripped away like this, and it would not be a real quote unquote Paralympics, and yeah, would be really sad for me, and I think for everyone in our para badminton family, which it really is. It's just couple hundred people. You know them very well, everyone, and everyone worked so hard for this. It's really annoying.
Well, actually, on that basis of working so hard for it, what are your thoughts on the qualifying for it? I mean, it was meant to be finished. Obviously, there are still quite a few places up for grabs, so to speak, with bipartite slots and wildcards and whatever. So there are people that are sort of on the brink that may or may not have got in. But that aside, do you think it's fair to open up more qualifying tournaments, or do you think we have to? Because if the event isn't for another 12 months, we've got some young players coming through, like Daiki, the wheelchair player from Japan, or Beatriz Monteiro from Portugal, SU5 female. These guys in a year's time with more tournaments could easily qualify.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a little biased because I got the last qualifying spot in my category, so I personally obviously want no more tournaments, so I'm just qualified.
Yeah.
But from a fairness standpoint, I don't know, there's been a lot of tournaments, so when this one got cancelled, but also Australia got cancelled, and like the Chinese people weren't allowed to go to Peru.
Yeah.
So there's a few in between things, like, the last one got cancelled, which is a bit annoying, but I guess there has been enough tournaments, and it obviously depends on when the Paralympics is going to be. If it's going to be in February and we can't play tournaments until December, like there's no way we can have another qualifying tournament. But
No,
if it's in summer and we can have like basically just start it up again, just have the Spanish International and have it as a tournament, if it's the same timeline just a year later, I think that would be okay.
Yeah. I mean, you need warm-up events, so to speak. We heard that Dubai was going to get cancelled, the Canada International this summer was going to get cancelled, and these were events that should have been enabling Paralympic competitors to practice, to test themselves, to see where they are with their training, to compete against the best in the world at events running up to the Paralympics. So that was always going to be hard in the first place. But we've now got that issue of not playing an event for many months, on top of actually some of the players like yourself, Jan. You've got the last slot in the mixed doubles with Katrine. If they open up another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 qualifying tournaments with ranking points that count towards your qualification, you've got to be ready to perform. Not just that. I mean, funding. I mean, that's a huge issue that is being debated right now in the UK. Team GB. Most countries would have allocated their funding, right? They would have spent the money up to the Olympics or Paralympics.
Yeah.
And now possibly we're being asked to play more tournaments over the next 12 months, which could be around the world. We've got to fund those. We've got to fund training and everything else that goes along with it. It's could be really tough.
Yeah, definitely. Like everyone planned up until the Paralympics this year, I would say, and now suddenly there's another 12 months that has to be like we have to pay people and stuff. Like it's sort of tough. Like nobody knows what's going on. People have to decide stuff without knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's just all so messy.
Man, sounds all a bit doom and gloom, man. But I mean, it's hard not to see it that way right now. It's a huge anticlimax. I think it's a huge shock to the world, not just in para badminton, but in all sport and in everything else. I guess we have to look at the bigger picture. Everyone's being advised to do the best they can given the situation, right? And I mean, I don't know about you. I shared something that I saw on Facebook this morning. I shared it on my wall on Facebook this morning. We need to take some kind of positives from this whole thing, And the only thing we can really take is the fact that it gives us time to sit back and reflect on, what we're all doing with our lives, to reconnect properly with what's important, I suppose. And I think that kind of perspective possibly might put us in a good place in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to just put the world on freeze, I would say, and just reflect on everything, see where you are at, where the world is at, and what you want to do with your life.
Yeah. Wow, man, we're getting deep. We're getting... So, right, let's focus on badminton for a second. The last event that was sort of allowed to be played before the pandemic hit was the All England. I take it you watched it. You watch everything, right? Same as me.
Yeah, I try to watch as much badminton as I possibly can.
What's I mean, if you had to pick one highlight from the All England this year, what do you think?
I would say maybe the men's doubles final.
Oh man, yeah, Endo and Watanabe. Wow.
Yeah, against the Minions. That's just such a thrilling match, and it's sort of interesting how Endo and Watanabe really have Gideon and Tsukamuljo's number. Like they won the last 5 or 6 games against them.
Yeah. I mean, that second game was all Indonesia, but how they came back and just held them off in the third. I thought that was insane. That was so good.
Yeah, the Japanese probably have the best defense in all of men's doubles, and the Indonesians they hit against the wall. To be honest, it seems like they didn't really have the answers.
Yeah.
But there were so many good games. Like the men's singles semi-final, Axelsen against Lee Siaji. Against the young Malaysian.
Yeah, I think it was 2016 or 17. I was commentating at the World Juniors in Bilbao in Spain, and Lee Zijia, I think he was the number 1 seed at the time. I think he lost in the semis, but it was an incredible game. And I thought back then, this guy is going places. I think the next 12 months, well, as soon as the badminton calendar starts up again, he could really be a force to be reckoned with. I think he's going to be one of the best in the world for years to come. He's got everything. He's so cool. Yeah.
He's sort of like the Victor Axelsen type, kind of tall.
Yeah.
But still very agile.
Yeah.
So quick around the court. He really found his composure. He doesn't attack anymore like he used to. Like he has a little bit more patience in his game. I like it.
Yeah, it was good. I think most of the events, the top seeded players, top 5 in the world were there or thereabouts. Women's singles 1 and 2 in the world. Chetian Chen was top seed and Victor was second, and they were the final. The men's doubles was not unexpected. I think the women's doubles similar. I think the mixed was the big shock. I think the Chinese were the top 2 seeds in the world, right? 1 and 2 in the 1 and 4, but they were picked to be in that final, and how the Indonesians knocked out the top seeds in that quarterfinal. Again, it was a close match. It was a great comeback. It was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah, the Indonesians are, if they're hitting their stride and Praveen Jordan is playing well, they're pretty much unstoppable.
He's got probably one of the best backhands I think I've seen in the game at the top level at the moment. He's so big, he's so strong, he hits it so hard. The angles he creates, that forehand slice, he's got everything. He's I think if, like you say, if he's playing well and his partner's steady, then I don't know how you beat him.
Exactly. If they can just keep on the attack, and his underarm is so strong. From everywhere he can just drive the shuttle into every corner. But on other days, he hits nothing. Yeah,
sometimes he's just off his game, or it doesn't look like he's bothered, and it's just a completely different outcome. I think Marcus and Lauren did really well, especially that second game in that was it semi-final? Yeah, semi-final, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They've been playing so well the last 12 months.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I guess it's an English thing, right? You have to be a couple to be a good mixed, or is that just...
I don't know. Maybe. It's the whole traditional sort of view on things. We've got so much heritage and history in Britain. I think maybe it's a... Maybe it's some kind of view on that. Yeah, Gabby and Chris and Marcus and Lauren. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously we've had success in the past. I mean, I don't know what I think Nathan Gale back in somewhere around the 2000s were doing well together. Simon Archer, Joe Good, that was another fairly decent Olympics and World Champs effort around the same sort of time. These guys weren't together either, so hey, I don't know, man. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Hey, if you married Katrine Siebert,
maybe
you guys could be, right up there. You could be Paralympic gold medalists. Maybe that's the trick, man. Maybe that's the answer.
True, but I think that the ship has sailed, my friend.
Ah, she's married, right?
Yeah.
Damn, you were so close, yeah.
Really close.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the All England was insane, but I mean, the next event that we might see, who knows?
Yeah, it will be interesting how everyone comes out of this period. Like, I don't know if every country is on lockdown. Like, maybe some people sneak in a competitive advantage from this afterwards.
Do you know what? I keep getting. I'm sure it's the same for you, but I keep getting WhatsApp messages and texts and stuff from my group chats. My buddies and stuff.
Yeah.
Taking the mic, saying the whole thing's a big controversy and it's a big, the Chinese kind of set the whole thing up to regain world sort of economic domination and all this stuff. It's yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it was the Chinese Badminton Federation. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, damn, didn't work. We're not number one in every discipline anymore. We need to do something.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, they're getting back there though. Actually, the Chinese are coming back. Yeah, it's
they still have a couple of holes. Like, men's doubles isn't really strong.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, I was at the World Juniors again actually a few months back in Russia. Have you seen the Thailand player Kunlavut Viditsan play?
Yeah, I saw his game against Lin. Yeah, he played against Lin Dunn, which was kind of funny. It was like the two generations apart, basically. So it was kind of interesting, but yeah.
Nearly him in 2 games, right? It was close.
Yeah, he played 3 sets.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. Yeah. I really like how he plays. I think he's going to be very good.
Yeah, he's quite stocky in stature for a singles player. He's a bit like the same kind of mold as Chia Lei Ku, right, in para badminton. He's not as sort of lean and slender as some of the other top players, but he's got this incredible wrist and he's very athletic.
Yeah.
I just hope he's able to continue that kind of performance from the age of 19 up to 29 into his 30s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if he is again, he's going to be one of the names for the future. I mean, he won the World Juniors 3 times in a row. I mean, there's very few players that have done that. Very impressive stuff.
I guess it's not a hot take to say he's going to be good if he won 3 World Junior Championships.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I mean, he must have been 15 or 16 to win the first one. That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, for a boy to do that at such a young age, that's actually incredible. For girls, it's a bit different, but for a boy to win so early, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, pretty amazing, man. Yeah. So,
what do you think? Like, when we get to the Olympics to 2021, do you got anyone in mind who benefits the most from it being 1 year later?
The Olympics or the Paralympics?
The Olympics now.
It's tough. I mean, none of the top singles players are that young. Possibly women's singles. Chen Yufei. I mean, she's still only about 20, 21. She's quite young, and I think that extra year of experience, and you're still growing into your body at till you're about 21. So she might benefit possibly, but the top singles players, I mean, there's nobody that young.
Yeah, I agree. Like the
Maybe how old's Jonathan Christie? He's not that old, right? Or Ginting?
yeah, I think they're both kind of young, but like 24, maybe 25.
Don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone could see past Momota, right? For this, if it was going ahead this summer,
Yeah.
Assuming he's over the injuries and what have you, I think on his best game, can anyone stop him? I don't think so.
Definitely not. He's so far ahead of everyone else. Only Ginting, when he has a good day, has the game to stop him, but I'm pretty sure he won't even get to the final because he's gonna mess up somewhere.
Possibly. Where do you rank Momota in terms of all-time greats? I mean, you look at Lin Dan at his best, you look at Chong Wei, maybe even players going back years ago. Where do you put Momota in who's the best singles player to ever play?
He's still so young, so it's hard to say, but if you just stop playing badminton forever right now and we have to put him somewhere, I would put him top 10 for sure, maybe top 5.
Do you think, who are you saying is number one? Lin Dan? His best?
Yeah, you have to say Lin Dan. If you look at what he did in 2008, 2009, 2010.
Okay, so Lin Dan's best against Momota's best. I mean, is it too difficult to argue because the style of play is different, technology is different? I mean, I know Lin Dan's still playing, but the racket he used in 2008 won't be the same as the racket today. I mean, surely that gives a player at his peak now an advantage, no?
Yeah, for sure. But I would say Lin Dan would still win. Because, I've never seen anyone play badminton like Lin Dan played badminton in the 2008 Olympics.
Yeah, that final was incredible, right? Against Chong Wei.
Just destroyed everyone. And there was still a time where, the golden four were still, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Taufik wasn't that bad. Gade wasn't that bad. Lee Chong Wei was very good. And she just smashed everyone.
Yeah, okay.
So I think the attacking game of Lin Dan is... Kantamota is great at defending, but I think Lin Dan's all-out attack would be too much.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's tough to argue. It'd be so nice to see it, wouldn't it? I mean, if that was possible, it'd be so cool.
Yeah, it's the same for every sport, though, isn't it? Like, how amazing would it be to have Michael Jordan and LeBron James play one-on-one?
Yeah, man. Now we're talking. Yeah, that'd be cool. Right, so, okay, women's singles. Does it benefit anybody in particular? Like I said, the young Chinese.
I have to say Chen Yufei, yeah. She's starting to hit the upwards trajectory now.
She's so steady, right? She's so solid.
Yeah, and her attack so nice.
Yeah.
She's so steady, deceptive. She's got everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you put Tai Su Ying, Chen Yufei, even PV Sindhu or Marin, if they play their best, I think they can beat the Japanese girls, Yamaguchi, Okuhara.
Yeah, I would have to say so.
But you have to play your best to beat them because they are so agile and so good at defending.
Yeah, you have to be really fit to beat them. You have to be on your A game.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Men's dubs, I mean... Oh, man, I don't know how Setyewan and Asan are still going. I don't understand it.
They have a combined IQ of 650 probably. I don't know.
Yeah, it must be. They seem to have been around for so long now, and they're still, they're still the best. Certain weeks they're the best, and
on the week that matters, then they're the best.
Exactly.
But it doesn't matter. Anyone can beat them, but when it matters, isn't it right? They never lost a game together at the World Championships.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
I think they're unbeaten at World Championships.
That's incredible.
They have how many titles do they have now? 3? 2 or 3?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been 3, I think.
Yeah.
But Marcus and Kevin, on their day, if they want it bad enough and they can stay consistent throughout the whole week or however long it takes, I can't see past them.
Yeah, you have to prove it before, though. Like, you have to me, they have to prove that I can win a big title before I can really trust them. Because they haven't won anything of that importance. All England, obviously, is one of the most important tournaments in the world, but no
majors.
No Asian championships, I think. No World Championships. No Olympics.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, and we saw a couple of weeks ago Endo and Watanabe got the better of them in the final. So, yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit loose. I don't think it massively benefits anybody in particular. Do you?
But it might be really bad for Satyawon and Asan because they're really old.
Yeah.
and when things go bad quickly when you age.
Well, that's true. I know all about that.
Yeah, like Satyawon is born in 1984.
Jesus, man, he's nearly my age. Wow. Yeah, that's insane. Women's doubles, man, Chen Qingchen. Again, I keep going back to World Juniors because of the commentary thing, and I've been to the last 2 or 3 World Junior Championships and seen some of these players who I was just in awe of when I saw them, and they were 18, 19 years old, and now they're some of the best in the world. And Chen Qingchen is the most accomplished junior player there has ever been. She won 8 gold medals at World Juniors.
I think she won a double, with doubles and mixed, like every time, basically. It's
incredible, and yeah, I mean that's across team events and mixed and women's doubles. But still, to do that and to win golds from 3 years young to a year young, and on your day is insane. And she's so good in the forecourt. That mid to net.
Yeah.
She's so aggressive and quick. Yeah.
Yeah. For them, a year more will be really good.
I think so. Yeah.
Because right now it's still hard to beat the Japanese because they're so consistent.
They are, but I think if the attacking game goes well for Chen and Ji Fan, and also the other Chinese pair, Du Yue and Li Yinwei, same sort of thing. I mean, I think they've got the game to beat the Japanese and beat the Koreans. It's just whether they can keep putting it, on the mat every match. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, because you have to probably beat a lot of Japanese pairs on your way to a title.
Yeah. Mixed doubles, for me, there's only one pair in the world worth talking about. I mean, I know Yuta Watanabe and Higashino are really nice to watch. Watanabe's, his attack from the back's amazing. I know the other Chinese pair, Wang and Huang, are good, like really good. But Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong, she is phenomenal.
Yes.
I think I could be putting myself out on a limb here, but I think she might be one of the best mixed doubles females to have ever played the game. I don't think I could put another female in her place.
She is Zhao Yunlei level, I would say.
Yeah, but she's better than Zhao Yunlei.
Probably, yeah.
She hasn't accomplished as much. She hasn't achieved as much. Obviously, she's still young and they just started. But
yeah, I think Zhao Yunlei is a better all-around player, like women's doubles and mixed doubles.
Yeah.
But Huang is the better pure mixed doubles player.
Yeah. I mean, you need a big partner to work with to stay on the attack and what have you.
I mean, Zheng Siwei, he's the most athletic badminton player I might have ever seen.
Possibly, yeah. He's like, I'm privileged to be able to watch our British teammates play now and again in training. Marcus Ellis, Chris Adcock, and they're of the same kind of mould. They're very athletic, very powerful guys. But yeah, he's on
another level.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, and to be honest, another year I don't think it's going to do them any harm.
Yeah. The only way you can beat them is if you can somehow get them off the attack. But that's much easier said.
You can make a lot of money if you work out how to do that.
Yeah, I think get a good coaching position in in like Indonesia or Japan if we can just find out how to beat them.
Exactly. Man. So that's the Olympics. I mean, who knows? We've got to wait and see, right? We've got a long way to go yet, by the sounds of it, and lots is going to happen over the next few weeks, few months. Where does that leave us with? Well, first of all, with this thing, man, this podcast. I think we should make this a regular thing.
I agree.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we need to get some people to listen. We need to get some input to see what people want to hear about. We've got a lot of friends in para badminton, and I don't know. Maybe we should make a theme every time we do one, like each week or each month or whatever it is. We could talk about. We've done what's happening right now with us all sat at home with the coronavirus and the Olympics, but we could talk about training one week. We could talk about our experience at tournaments another week. We could talk about Daniel Bethel's fashion sense one week.
Yeah, that would be I have a lot of thoughts on that.
Yeah, we could get once we're allowed to move around and have our mates back, we could get people live to sit and chat with us. I mean, I've got a few people in mind. My buddies in the SH6 class. I'd love to get Isaac Dalglish down here, for example.
It would be great
to sit and have a chat with. He's so funny and he's got a lot of thoughts. And like myself, he's a bit of a journeyman. He goes around. He's not picking up that many golds anymore like me, but he's he's there and thereabouts every time, and he's always pushing. And he might be one for the future. He's still young, so he's got a lot to add. He's got a lot to give to the game.
I agree. But we have to get that beep button ready when we have him on the podcast.
Yeah, well, people need to know that we should be able to say what we feel here. We're not representing any body or
exactly.
any organisation. It's just you and me, two buddies chatting about the sport we love. Yeah. But I think themes. I think we should have a theme each week, a bit like the old Peter Crouch football podcast. I think we need a theme that we can loosely chat about each time we meet up. If we get a chance, we should do this in person sometime.
Definitely. Hopefully, there will be someday there will be another para badminton tournament where we're gonna meet up.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hey, I'm meant to be commentating at the Thomas and Uber Cup in May in Denmark. Now, at the moment, I think we have to assume that's going to be cancelled.
Yeah, I think they said it's going to be postponed until November or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, I don't know if I'll get the gig later in the year, maybe. But given the Thomas Cup, Uber Cup, I think maybe the next time we meet up for a chat, we should talk about perhaps maybe our all-time Thomas and Uber Cup team. I think you came up with the idea.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah. I think we could go back through the ages. Maybe. I mean, you were born in the 90s, right? Yeah.
I was born in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't want to go back too far. I mean, I don't know shit about badminton from, before 1998. I don't, all I've got is Wikipedia and people's stories, but I don't remember much of it. But I think the sort of new modern era, open era, maybe from 2000 onwards, we could talk about, picking our best Thomas and Uber Cup teams and go head to head. We'll have a little challenge.
Exactly. People can vote who has the better team for each country, maybe. Yeah,
that sounds cool.
Definitely.
And when we finish this lockdown, we'll get some guests in. I think it'd be good to have some of our buddies on the show and start making this a regular thing.
Exactly. Maybe get some high ups from BWF, ask the hard questions.
Yes. Cool.
Stuff like this. Yeah, I enjoyed. We should do this maybe, once every other week. Every week. We'll see how it goes.
That'd be cool. We'll get the social media involved and start getting some input from our friends and fans and players and all right, cool.
So, but let's talk a little bit about the Paralympics.
Yeah.
maybe to like have a last topic, like who do you think is gonna, like 1 year later, who do you think has the best chance to win it all? Like, just tell me some of your favorites.
I think Liani Ratriotila from Indonesia has a chance of winning 3 gold medals. I think that's going to be a hell of a story if and when it could happen. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you think Daiki can catch up to the other 2 wheelchair 2 players?
Yes. I mean, it all comes down to if he's allowed to add in more competitions to help him qualify. You know, if that's going to be the case, then I hate to say it, because one of my best mates, Martin Rook, here I train with, week in, week out. He's possibly have just clinched that final WH2 men's singles spot, and he's been being able to carry the sort of 3rd, 4th seed position into events to help him qualify. Now, in 6 months' time, 9 months' time, if there's more tournaments and players like Daiki are coming through, it's going to be tough for Rookie, and Daiki might, I don't know. It's hard to say because you've got the doubles ranking list to go off as well to qualify for singles. It's so complicated.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think players like that are going to do well. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned earlier the Portuguese teenager. She's 14, 15 years old, and she's getting into medal positions in the SU5 singles. And now I know the best in the world haven't been at these last couple of events, but still, it's a great sign for somebody so young to start coming through already, especially in Paralympic qualifying year.
Definitely.
I think my other pals in Team GB, Kristen Coombs, Jack Shepherd, world number 1, world champion. He's arguably one of the favourites for the SH6 men's singles gold at the moment, and yet in a year's time with more events and the likes of Tony from Hong Kong, Chu Man Kai, turning up at events and doing well, Naga from India, Vitor from Brazil.
Yeah, I was just going to say it. He has been very good in South America.
He looks big, strong, and he looks smooth. His footwork's getting better.
Yeah, he made a big jump the past few months.
Huge.
He made a big jump.
Yeah, so it's only going to get more difficult for the likes of Jack and Kristen. I don't know, man. Mixed doubles for you, I think you've got a chance against the French. I think you could beat them, possibly, on your day. But the Indonesians, man, how do you beat Harry and Liani?
Well, you tell me. I pay you a lot of money if you tell me.
That's true. So yeah,
it's so hard. They are both.
Dan Bethel for SL3. Do you think he can beat Pramod? Because I think he can on his day. I think
he's done it before. He can do it again. Yeah. In that same stadium, he beat him the last time.
Yeah.
Pretty handily, actually.
Wheelchair 1, Xu Zimao in China for me is incredible. He's too good. I don't think anyone can touch him.
Yeah.
I think the female wheelchair 1s is possibly the most exciting category.
There's the most people that can win, I would say.
I think
on his day it can be anybody.
6 or 7 players. I mean, I remember the Chinese international in, what was it, 6 months ago, 9 months ago?
Pretty much, yeah.
And it was a round robin event, right? And
exactly. So 5 people or something, yeah.
But all of them could beat each other, and they did. And Valeska, your colleague, your teammate, went on to win. And I love that because she's one of my favourite Europeans to talk about for Badminton Europe. But it so easily could go other ways. That tournament.
In the World Championships, she lost in the quarterfinal to a Chinese girl.
Yes.
So either way, you can win a tournament one week and go out in the quarterfinals or earlier the next.
Yeah, so that's going to be absolutely fascinating. It'll all come down to mental preparations.
Pretty much the same as in women's singles in the regular quote-unquote badminton. It's like almost the same. Like everyone can beat everybody.
Yeah, yeah. For me, one of the most exciting categories to watch. I love watching the wheelchairs, singles and doubles. I love watching the SH6. I must keep calling it that now. It's great, but the SU5 men's singles in particular. For badminton fans, it's the closest game to represent the able-bodied game. Fair enough. Who's going to win it? Can you see Deva from Indonesia losing?
Not really. No. Like I don't know. Like Jaya he upped his coaching level. I would say he upgraded.
And his fitness and sort of training, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Like with the help of one of the Sidek brothers, maybe he can pull through. Would be kind of a nice story to have a quote-unquote OG of the para-badminton world win at the Paralympics.
Absolutely. That would be cool. Who are we missing? Women's singles SL4. It's Cheng and Liani, right? The Chinese and the Indonesian.
Yeah, I don't see anyone else coming even close to them. The women's singles SU5. We have the big three.
Yes. Do you think? This amount of time off, and for a sport that, okay, Katrin Rosengren, if she's fit and as she's been training hard, I think she's got a chance of making the final.
On her best day, for sure. She has the nicest technique out of anyone, I would say.
Whether she can win, whether she can beat Yang, or I don't know. It's tough. Or Suzuki. Those three.
Yeah, you have to play really consistent to beat these two. Really consistent.
Yeah, you do. And dig deep and defend like hell and get everything back and find a level on your day, and maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Who have we missed? Anything?
I think that's everything, basically. Well, we can say women's doubles SL3 to SU5, but I think it's the same. It's going to be China against Indonesia, Cheng against Liani, with their respective partners.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Men's singles SL4, we haven't talked about them. That's one of the most interesting categories as well, I would have to say.
Considering that's both yours and mine category, Jan, I can't believe we nearly forgot it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But maybe because we're both so bad at singles, we tend to forget about it.
Do you know, I still remember, you and I have had some good games, right, over the years on the singles court, and neither of us really... I'd go so far as to say I don't really enjoy playing singles now. I'm not sure I ever really did, even before I lost my leg and became a para-athlete. But, you and I have some fun on the singles court. A couple of times you've absolutely stuffed me, and a few times we've had some thrilling 3 games, 21-19 finishes and stuff. And, it's all good, but we're miles behind the top guys in the world. I think physically we don't have a chance of keeping up. Our disability is the wrong disability, right? Both yours and mine.
It's really hard to get on the same level as them because they can use more of their disabled leg, I would have to say. So they have an advantage from the beginning. I wouldn't say they can never, on a good day, maybe I can get a good game to them. Like in Peru, I played very well against Shin, for example. He's not like the top level, but
he's good, man.
Tier 2 level, I would say, in men's singles, and played 3 sets against him. So at least I'm getting better. I'm not getting smashed every time now.
Yeah, that's good. So, your question about the delay for the Paralympics, I think that will help somebody like Lucas Mazur. I think as he gets older and more experienced and more sort of grounded mentally, I think if his mental game is there, he's hard to beat. He's so big and strong.
He's also the Viktor Axelsen type, such devastating attacks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he puts the shuttle on the floor. I think the 2 Indian players that trouble him, I don't think the delay in the Paralympics is going to help them.
But maybe Tarun coming back from his injury, he looked kind of not so bad in the South American tournaments. He looked better than he did before.
That is true. Didn't think about that. Yeah, he's been injured.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's going to be fascinating. How any potential new qualifying events changes those top 3 Indian players in SL4.
It's like they placed 2, 3, and 4, something like that.
Something. Yeah, I think they're top 5 anyway. Something like that. So.
Or 2, 3, and 5, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still got my hopes up for Freddie, if he can get in there.
I like what play. He's a good badminton player. He's a good example of an SL4, if that makes sense. You know, he's got obvious disability in his lower limbs, but the advantage is he's quite evenly balanced, and I think that helps him not get sort of caught with deception so much. But his wrist and his backhand, so good.
Yes, so he can cover the court really well with low energy. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, okay, interesting. We'll wait and see. It's going to be another exciting 12 months.
Yeah, it's let's hope we can play at least 1 or 2 tournaments before, so we can get like a decent picture of how everyone's doing and see like where yourself at. Because it would be really weird if you just go after 1.5 years of not playing tournaments, just go to the Paralympics and just be surprised about everyone. Like, I don't know, like
I know,
like Daisuke coming with a jetpack on his prosthetic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the advances in technology just suddenly. Imagine if I'm allowed to play on some kind of hydraulic powered ankle or something.
Yeah.
Suddenly I can zoom around the court.
Exactly.
With my prosthetic leg. Yeah, that would be incredible. Turn up and beat everybody. Hey, here's hoping. I might start. Starting speaking to my prosthetist and say, hey, but we've got a year. Come up with.
Yeah. How can we put some turbo on those legs?
Yeah.
Some rocket fuel.
Yeah. That sounds good, man. So listen, Jan, I think we can look to do this again in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we get a lot of time on our hands. Like before you have to dust your house again, Bobby. We can also do a podcast.
That is true. I've been home like 3 or 4 days and I've done everything. I mean, I don't know what else to do. So we're gonna have to come up with something.
So maybe around next week, around the same time.
That sounds cool. Let's get this one out. I don't have a clue about tech stuff. I barely know what a podcast is, but yeah. I'm gonna leave that bit to you, and you just tell me what to do.
Exactly.
And we'll get it shared and get people trying to listen. To anybody that's still listening towards the end of this one, we're very grateful. And just a big thank you to anybody that's listening, and share it, and
exactly.
We'll do it. Get us in touch. Oh, anybody that wants to get in touch, Jan? I mean, they probably know us, so they probably follow us or whatever on Instagram or friends on Facebook or whatever.
Exactly. I'm gonna put our names, our Instagram and Facebook, Twitter or whatever on the screen, and whoever wants to follow, you can follow me at Potty1234 on Instagram. That will be easiest for me. Where can people find you, Bobby?
Do you know, man, I can't even remember my own fucking things. I think I'm at ParaBobby on Twitter. My Instagram is, I'm pretty sure it's Bobby Griffin 17.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so. So that's probably best. Send us a message, DM us, and we'll mention you on the show. We can even get you on the show, and we can get you to pose some questions to us. We can put some things out there and get you guys to answer some questions as well. So yeah, cool.
All right. Then see everyone next week, hopefully around the same time. We'll try to keep our schedule at least. Will be easier now that we have a lot of time, but yeah, we're gonna hit you up next week with another great topic. Maybe we do our top 5, our Uber and Thomas Cup teams
Yeah,
next
I
week.
think so.
I think that will be fun.
That's a good start, mate. Yeah, cool, man. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate it. I had some fun here. That was good.
All right.
Catch you again next week.